Hello, glad to have you here. Today, we're going to be talking about how to get prospects online using social media without chasing strangers. And I have proven, three pro tips for you. I'm sorry my voice is a little scratchy, still going through some stuff. It's all good. But I still want to come live and still share. It doesn't matter what's really going on, in my life. It also, well, it matters, but what also matters is that I come and, be consistent and do the things that I would normally be doing. So that's what I want to do today. So we're talking about getting prospects online using social media without chasing strangers. And I have notes here, and so we're going to go on and get going with that. So, when we're talking about, getting prospects and using social media, we're most of us are online now, and most of us are using some platform uh, from social media, whether that's, we've got Facebook, we've got TikTok, we've got Instagram, we've got all types of other, venues out there now, and they're continuing to grow and, doing regular live videos, and then they're micro videos are being done as well. So it's one of those things that I didn't intend to jump into and stay there, so I'm not going to stay there, but just want to let you know that there are ways to be able to take care of the people that you want to take care of, help the people that you want to help. And what I have is three pro tips. So that is number one, entertain. Number two, inspire. And number three, educate. And they don't have to go in that order. It just, just how I put them down as the three things that I wanted to talk about. And in using those strategies, those ways, those tips, it's important to know that so that you're doing that, you can do that using social media. And using social media, you can be doing lives, you can be doing stories, and you can also be sharing your journey. And people like to, we'll talk about like the first one. If you, and like I said, and think about the things that I'm going to talk about as far as how you do it. As so how would I do that? Do I do lives? Am I afraid to do lives? You know, eh, what is there a problem about sharing my journey? I don't want to tell people things. I don't want to let them know. I don't want them to see me vulnerable. Those types of things that would stop you, as well as telling stories. And that's something that I had to get used to and still am, because I'll tell stories, but my stories end up being too long. So I want to try to continue to learn to use my stories to help others, but to be able to do it in a way where they're going, oh, okay, I'm tired of this. This is a long story, whatever. So I'll talk about, first of all, doing lives, and which I had already started talking about. Lives is are so important. Live video is, just continuing to grow in being the number one way of getting to your audience. Not that it's the only way, or getting to your following. Not that it's the only way, but it is one of the best ways. It is continuing to grow in, I think the last thing I heard was it had 80% of, people prefer video. and it's going to continue to grow, especially as other, like I'm on Facebook right now, but I also have been looking into Instagram, and I've been on there for a while, but I hadn't really been doing micro video because I just hadn't. And things are continuing to grow and change, to make it more user friendly, to make it more of a good experience for those people that come to those particular different platforms. So live video is great because people see you, they can hear you, they know you're not a bot, they can, see your face, and and see a smile, and as you're talking, and just, it's inviting. It helps to cause people to want to take a look and see what's going on. It's like, one of my mentors always says, she says, think about, and of course my mind's gonna do this little do anyway. I'll get it anyway. It's talking about, how things came on TV and they started having all these things that were like real life stuff going on, and I think one is Big Brother, which I never really looked at. I can't remember the one that I looked at all the time, but it was like being on the island and you had to do certain things to survive, and that kind of stuff. And so people started liking that reality TV. I knew it would come to me. It just takes a minute. Sometimes my brain is so overloaded, and I've, got just stuff in the background that just kind of throws me a little bit, throws me a little curveball, but that's all right. I can dodge that curveball or catch it and keep moving. And that's what I'm doing. So when you think about reality TV, I never thought that it was going to be that big of a deal. Let me look at the time. Okay, I want to keep be mindful of your time. Oh, my shirt's doing a little dazzle thing. Sorry about that. Uh, it's and I have my bookcase deal backdrop. So I whatever. So sorry, got a little shine. That's okay. It's all good. So anyway, I didn't look down at myself. I'm looking at the camera because I want to be looking at you instead of looking at me. So anyway, so I didn't catch that, but that's okay. So um as we continue, to want to see what's real and to be in touch with what's real, that's where lives come in. Live video is really top in the market, and people will look at, recorded video, but they still seem to prefer live video. So that's one way of being able to share value, being able to, do what we said, talking about entertaining, giving inspiration, and as well as giving education on whatever topic it is that you're talking about. And today I'm talking about how to get prospects to be able to, to how to get prospects without chasing, strangers, as I've done in the past and didn't really like doing it like that. So anyway, so that's one way, and that is the top way. So that one I put a check mark by, as I was talking about these three ways of being able to, get people, prospects. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just a blithering. Blah, 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 blah. So forgive me. I apologize early because I am a little bit off. Just was trying to get my son to, settle in so that I could do this without him in the background making all types of noise and what have you. And I guess it just threw me off my game a little bit, but that's okay. Anyway, getting back to it. So the other thing that I have is stories. Stories are great. People really connect with stories. What is it? Facts tell and stories sell. People are more interested in what's happening in your story, especially if you're giving them, the reality of what, you're trying to say, what the story, is about your life at that time and what you went through and how you were able to come out of it and, learn this or grow in that or, or taking people. The other thing that I have is taking people on a journey with you, letting them, go through, and so that way they know you, they start to learn and know you, like and trust you, because you're sharing with them your everyday life. You're sharing with them maybe a journey that you're taking, not just, the journey of, going from the beginning of starting your business to, getting to where you really want to be. What's your overarching goal, your overarching, where you really want to be. And knowing that that's not going to happen overnight. So there's a journey there, but we have so many journeys in our lives, and we just need to be able to share, a couple of them or one here and there, or, I mean, there's so many different things, that, I've shared, especially on my personal profile. I share a lot more about my journeys on there. Especially my journey with my son to the hospital, and it just, letting people in, letting people see me be vulnerable, letting people see, that I am going through some stuff just like, um, other people are. And, my life is not, all luxurious. And, sometimes I do have a different backdrop and it's got a piano in it. And one day somebody asked me, when was I going to play that beautiful piano? And I said, well, I can't because it's part of my backdrop, So I try to let people know who the real me is. And the real me is usually, I like caps. I like, to keep my hair in a ponytail a lot of times or up on top of my head. I like wearing t-shirts, and jeans, or, just, something relaxing, I want to say scrubs because that was my routine for so many years, but like just wearing a pair of sweats, or something like that. So anyway, I hope you got what I was talking about, even with me kind of dipping here and there and um, still trying to shake off the I need you to be quiet while I'm doing my live, if you don't mind, if you could just, such and such and such. And then it threw me off because I had to keep saying it over and over. But anyway, basically, I hope you got what I'm trying to say today, that it's important to entertain those people that you want to attract to you, those prospects. It's important to inspire and educate, and you can do that in the ways that I've talked about. I don't want to go back and repeat that. And I want to be, again, respectful of your time. And I didn't even get to ask, but I'll ask it now. If you wouldn't drop in where you're coming in from, and it's always interesting to find out where people are coming in from. I have some people that are, in Australia that I know because this is global, and so I speak to people all over the world, and it's really, really pretty cool. It's really nice to be able to do that. I love doing lives, but I need to also focus on writing out posts, and because some people don't like video, some people really don't like video, they prefer to read. So basically, that is all I had for today. And I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it's something that give you something to think about when you're thinking about getting prospects and how to do that. It's important to do those things that I've mentioned. And And that's what I've done, that's what I've learned, and I'm just sharing with you what I learned, not to push anything down your throat, but just to share with you what it is that I've done, that I'm learning and have learned and continue to learn and grow. So basically, that is it. I don't see any questions in the chat, any comments or any opinions. Remember that you can still drop that information in there in the box, in the chat box, whether you are here with me live, whether you're catching this on the replay, because a lot of people are live, but they can't come to and write, they're doing other things, that they need to do. So, and I understand that. So I will come back later. And I also have notifications that'll let me know when people have, dropped in a comment or a question or something, and I can come back and check that out. And I usually try to give myself a little bit of time before I do that. So basically, that is it. I'm just yettering, so I'm going to go on and get off here. So I won't be live again until Wednesday. Till Tuesday. I go live now Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I will see you again on Tuesday, and I'll have a different topic and hopefully not be out of sorts so that things are, not just kind of meh, meh, meh. Anyway. So that's it. I'm going. Talk soon. Have a good one wherever you are in the world. Bye now.